And it is official. Another South Carolinian is running for president. Senator Tim Scott is actually still on stage in North Charleston speaking to supporters. The 57-year-old just announced he is running for the presidency. Now, last week, you'll remember we told you that Scott had officially filed paperwork. A massive crowd gathered today at Scott's alma mater in Charleston, Charleston Southern University in North Charleston, that is. Scott said that America is the land of opportunity and not oppression, hoping this more positive message resonates with his voters.
My grandfather said to me, son, you can be bitter or you can be better, but you can't be both. You see, he chose patriotism over pity. He focused on the windshield of his life and not on the rearview mirror. And today, I'm living proof that America is the land of opportunity and not a land of oppression.
Well, there you go. And following today's announcement, Senator Scott will make a 2-day campaign trip through Iowa and New Hampshire. Both of those states, of course, have very early primaries and have also been visited by several other people, including Nikki Haley. Now, Scott is 57 years old. Like I said, he is from North Charleston. He spoke quite a bit during this speech about being raised by a single mother. He said he grew up in a small apartment. He graduated from Charleston Southern with a bachelor's degree in political science in 1988. He has served in Congress since 2009 when he was elected to the U.S. House. And then in 2013, South Carolina governor at the time, Nikki Haley, appointed Scott to fill the U.S. Senate seat after Jim DeMint resigned. Scott is the only black Republican in the Senate. All right, so who does this all mean? Are you keeping track of who is now running for the presidency? Well, let's take a look. In 2024, it's already a big list. On the Republican side, former President Donald Trump was the first candidate to formally announce his campaign. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley is official and already in the race. If you'd like to see the interview I did with her on her campaign, you can check that out at WLTX.com. She announced back in February. And then Vivek Ramaswamy, he was actually just here in the Midlands over the weekend. He's a former biotech executive. He is running on the Republican side. And Asa Hutchinson, the former governor of Arkansas, is also running. Also running, Corey Stapleton. He is Montana's former Secretary of State, as well as Larry Elder, who is a conservative talk radio show host. And now, for who's still expected to jump into this campaign, everybody is waiting, even though he already has ads out. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is expected to officially announce his campaign any day now. New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu is also on the list for potential candidates, as is former Vice President and Indiana Governor Mike Pence. And looking at the Democratic candidates, current President Joe Biden is, of course, running for re-election. There's also Marianne Williamson. She's an author and spiritual advisor. If her name sounds familiar, she ran in 2020. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. also running. He's an environmental lawyer and is the nephew of former President John F. Kennedy. And U.S. Senator Joe Manchin from West Virginia could possibly run, but he says he's going to make the decision a little later on.